Morning guys, Sunday morning, quite crisp, bit sunny. British Superbike Championship Defender title today at Brands Hatch, but I am going down to the unit. Run VT, Errol! Good morning, it's Sunday and I am at Bark Speed HQ. Got the Superbike running off the TV and we're going to do a little bit of work on the engine. It's engine time, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm just going to show you my other workshop, Engine HQ. I'll set the camera up and we'll go from there. Cheers. Hello everybody, 12758 Plus engine. Yesterday I went to down to the mini spare centre in Potters Bar, bought some bits, and I'm now going to have a little play with this and see what we can do today. So the first thing I've got to do is I've got to get rid of this gasket that's on the side here. It's all flaking off, so I'm going to give that a quick clean up. And then what I'll do is I'll just start doing some bits. I've got a honing tool just to try and get the lip off of this here. I think the material at the top is actually bigger than the material at the bottom, so I'm going to have a word with a guy called Dave at RPM Engines and see what he can do for me. The engine has actually been to him once, to be fair, but I brought it back because I wasn't going to mess around with it, but I think I've gone this far, I might as well, because it'll be rude not to. So I'm going to do this, get rid of this gasket, clean it up, put you on a bit of time lapse, and we'll go from there. Cheers. Right, so just giving it a good clean around the block. See what we're playing with here. A little bit of pitting, not a lot. I mean, at the end of the day, this has got a big gasket that goes around it anyway, so it's not that much, not that major thing to think. There's a thing called a half moon gasket that goes in there, and I've got some tape to go on it as well. So that's going on there. Jacket's a little bit on the rusty side in there. Right, I'm going to take these bolts off and just give this a good clean round now as well, because this bit round the top here I've painted and I shouldn't have done, so I'm just going to take those bolts out and give that a good clean up as well. These are all new bolts for the water pump, which I bought. I've got a new water pump as well in a box. You can hear the British Superbike in the background a little bit, just because I'm waiting for the first race of the afternoon to come to life. But while I'm waiting for that, I'm doing this. Right, there's my bolts. Let's put them in there. These are a godsend. These are little magnetic trays. I use them all the time. I've got quite a few of them dotted around everywhere. Put this back in. Give it another go. Safety first. Might get a bit of emery paper on that, just give that a bit of a better clean up. So basically what I've done here is I've used this wide brush on my drill and basically just taken all of the crap off of here, or most of it. I just got to get a little bit more around there, and then clean the block up with some penetrating oil just to give it a good once over, degrease it all, and then see what we're playing with. Right, so as you can see, I've cleaned up the whole of this side and painted that, cleaned up that for the fascia plate to go back on, bits and pieces, and I'm now going to spin the engine over 180 degrees, and so I went to the shops and I bought cam assembly lube. Always important when you're going metal to metal. Euphemism for dads there. Timing wheel, half moon bearing, water pump, oil pump gasket, main seal gasket that goes behind the I think behind the clutch, and a new chain tensioner. All will become apparent in a minute. Central oil pickup with fitting instructions. RTV for round the half moon seal between the gearbox and the engine. New oil pump with fitting instructions. And lastly, duplex timing chain and wheels. I think that allows you to do something, I don't know what, but yeah, so that's what I bought from there, and had a lovely little shopping spree yesterday. Thank you, Mini Spares. Always like to go down there, have a little butcher's. It's quite a nice place. But yeah, so I thought I'd show you that. All that little lot's going to go onto the car when the block's dry. Now what I thought I would do is flick the gearbox over and get rid of all the shit that's in it, because it's been like this for about 2 weeks now. So hopefully, if I get my other bench in here, I should be able to just transfer the gearbox onto the bench. Right, so this central oil pickup has got 2 fixings. This, I'll tell you what. I'll see if I can get you an overshot of the gearbox, just to get you in here. Right, so this is the standard mini oil pickup, and we're going to move this to here so it's more centralized. This is where the modification comes in. So this one goes in here and the new one goes in to this part here. So that's what I'm going to do basically. I'm going to try and get you up a bit higher, and I'll be back. That'll probably do actually, but now you can't see what I'm doing down here. So anyway, this has got a couple of fixings on it, 2 here at the front and then 2 on the top. I'm going to do those and then... Right. So I'm going to put you on a bit of time lapse and take this pipe out. Right, so there are 2 fixings at the back which are just screwed straight through the side of the gearbox. I'm just getting the correct size socket to go on the end there, which you see me doing. So I've got those 2 off. Then there are 2 bolts on the top which bolt between the top and the bottom of the fixing, so I'm just unscrewing those now, and then I can manhandle and get the pipe out, which I haven't put on the bench. But then I realised that I need to take the lay shaft out. Right. Want the good news or the bad news? The good news is I know how to get that out. The bad news is it's a bit of a bitch. I've got to take all this off the side. Hang on, I'll show you. I've got to take all this off to get in there, to undo this, take that out, then this shaft here pulls out this end, then this comes out, then you can get at that. What a ball ache. Well, I like a challenge. I'm going to give it a go. Done it. It's off. Got a big hole there now. So now I can get at these and undo that to allow this shaft to come out. There's a little hooky thing here. So I have to do this, do that, that comes out. And then there's a screw there which allows that to come out. I think that's the only thing, but you have to get this off. I'll take my gloves off and I'll show you. It's a bit messy. It is a bit messy. So right, you can see here, this is where the speed pickup goes for the gearbox. I've now got to get at this bolt here, at this bolt here, and another one down there, and then I've got to do this as well, this one. I think you can see that, this one. That correct? No, not me. That allows this. There we go. That get it from the top. This to come that way, go that way, and then this drive gear comes out. Then I can get this bit that's flapping around in there. So that's the sort of like the next job basically. So once again, I'll put you on a bit of time lapse and get that done. Well, that was easier than I thought. Now, it's just a bit frustrating that I can't get you a bit closer and get you in on this. I should be able to. Let's try that. Can you see what I'm doing? Right, so now this shaft will come, it's moving, it's moving, it's moving. I just kind of hope this shaft comes out, which it is coming. Oh, it's a bit oily. That's it, it's coming out. There's the shaft, and my lay gear doofer can come out now. There we go. Ta-da! It's out. Right, I'm going to leave that on the bench like that, as I don't want to do a lot to that. And then now Can't get at this. Oh, he says, take me, it's quite tight. There we go. Got it. Oh, that is well filthy dirty. Absolutely filthy dirty that is. Right, let's just leave that there for a second. I'm just going to get some I'm sure I'll be going through a lot of blue roll this week. Right, let's wrap that up. Oh, dear, oh dear. Right, it's going in the bin. Down there. Down. And there's a lot of shit in here. I've never been this deep inside a mini engine gearbox before. I'm going to leave that just like that though. I'm not going to move it. I think that's right. And get some more of that shit in there. Get that out. Get as much of that old oil out as possible. Get this back in. That'll do. Right. Now, to put this back in. Now, I am going to clean off that gasket, but I'm going to just do an off-ry uppy fitty thing, because that goes in. Oh, I see. That goes in there like that. How the hell do you get that underneath there? Or perhaps you don't. Oh no, you go in there like that. That's how that goes. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so right, let's get the. Just going to remove all the crap off that gasket there with that thing I used earlier. Any bits coming out in there. Like that. Get that out. Oh, is that like? Isn't that any good? Pucker. Right. New gasket. Now. Right. So this is where the problem starts. Basically, you've got to put this gear in behind the pipe. So basically what I'm doing here now is I'm trying to put the pipe trying to put the gears in, and then trying to thread the pipe around it, and it don't work. Basically what happens is you need to put the pipe in with the gears semi in place and then slide the gears back. So I put the gear in there, and now I'm going, oh no, I don't know if this is going to work. It's a really tight process, tight fit, and coupled with that there are these two little lugs, one at either side, which hold that lay gear in place to stop it from moving side to side. So I've got that back in. Now I'm going to put the shaft down the middle of it, get it all back together, and then I'm going to try and put the new pickup pipe in, and you'll see what happens. Basically, pipe goes in, lay shaft goes in, and all goes back, and then I try and get the new oil pickup pipe in, and I fathom out quite early on that you can't get the oil pickup pipe in after you put the gears back in. So look, there we go. So gears are in and spinning, and now I'm going to get the pipe and try and put the pipe in after I clean my hands. There I go. Just cleaning a little bit of that, making sure it's all nice and clean, and then I get the oil pickup pipe and I try and offer that oil pickup pipe into, and it don't fit. You can't get it in there
like that. So what you have to do is you have to pull the lathe shaft back out again and move the gears towards the front, or towards the back of where the differential is on the gearbox, up in the air, and then slowly and surely you thread it round and wiggle it and thread it and wiggle it and thread it, and you'll be able to do it. But it's all a case of just having enough room, and there ain't a lot of room in there. There ain't a lot of room at all. So there we go. I'm pulling the pin back out again. So I'll pull the pin back out. That comes out. Put it on the bench, and then I'll move the gears up. You'll see I'll move the gears up. I've got that stuck now. So I'll put that back, take that back out, and then move the gears back up, out the way like that. Then put the new oil pickup pipe in and get it through the hole. And then I fathom out that, oh, hang on a minute, it's hitting the top of the blooming thing now. So now I'm trying to pull that down. So I end up pulling it down, and then I get them wedged, and I'm going, oh, she's doing my head in. There we go. And then now the gears go back in, slot like that, and then I can push the shaft back in and do that bit. It's a really, really fiddly process, this. Really fiddly process. So I get the shaft back in and get it all spinning again, and then is where the next part of the fun and games happen.
Oh, you bugger, you're in. Da, 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 da. Now, right. We are in. We're back in. Now, right, now what we've got to do is read a bit more into this to find out, after we've done that, we've got it back. What's that? Hold on. Oh, that's them. Right, okay. Right now, we've got two bolts that go, which go through from the outside. These are a bit dirty, so I think I'm going to just give them a clean up on the old wheel, and then put that back in. That one's all right. I wonder if I can get that seal as well. And I wonder what you do here, because that, I mean, there's a nut and bolt on it. Yeah, so I've got to get a nylock, go through there and sit in there like that, which I ain't got, but I've done this far. Not bad for somebody who fixes computers, eh? Right, I think I can put all this bit back together now down at this end, so that's what I'm going to do. Right, as you can see from that, this is a bitch, a proper bitch. So basically, I've turned it on its side now so I can actually get at this without these falling around all over the gaff. Because at the moment, what's happening is it keeps falling out. So I'll give it another go. I'll try and get you in over the top like this. so we can get right down onto it. Yeah, I should be able to do that and film and get my fingers in there. If I get like that, you can probably see now. You can see down there and see exactly what I've got to do. So firstly, this goes on like that, and that goes on there like that. Then this goes in here like that. Yeah, like that. And then this little thing slides underneath there and goes in on that.
And this is where I started having a problem. It's basically the slotted screw that you can see under my fingers there is another gear, and that little metal thing actually goes between that and the lay shaft, and at the moment it's just on the lay shaft. It's not fixing underneath that slotted bit which was near my screwdriver. I spent absolutely ages trying to sort this out, and in the end I had to take the lay shaft out and then push, because I couldn't get my fingers in underneath, and then push the that slotted drive back so that it came out, and then there was a little lip, and then I could then push that little bracket underneath the lay shaft rod and that gear set that's underneath there. Once I did that, it was all back and working. But talk about frustrating. Oh my god, it must have gone in and out, in and out, in and out, trying to get this doing for about 20 odd minutes. This clip is actually 28 minutes long, and it did my head in.
Okay, I am gonna try a bit of a different tact. Oh dear, that is back-breaking. 28 minutes of fucking about. We'll be back in a minute. I'm just gonna have a little sit down and thump a wall. Cheers. Finally, after a lot of effing and jeffing, I've got it in. I'll tell you what it was, because I didn't know. This has got a groove in it as well, which these both fit under to stop these both from slopping around. So that's exactly what I had to do. As I moved this out, so I had a groove in it. This sits behind that rather than sort of like over the top of it. And oh dear, oh dear. So this here has got a groove in it. I didn't know that. Every day is a school day, as they say. So anyway, I've put it back together now. I'm just going to put you on a bit of time lapse, and I shall just tighten all the bolts up and then get it back over here and offer it back up again. But oh, Jesus Christ, that is a pain in the arse. You need big supply of gloves and small hands. Yeah. Right, so I put that back together. Just got to find a way of torquing them up. I don't know what the torque settings are, and also bending those bits over. Probably get a big pair of pliers on there, but I think I'm going to call it a day for today, because that has really done me. That's proper done me. You know, just changing that from one thing to another, pretty much stripping off the gearbox down, all the gears and everything, and you know, that's done me. So for now, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll put everything up on the internet later on. I'm going to go home now and edit this. So cheers, and stay safe, everybody. Thanks for watching, and ta-ta for now. Cheers.